criminal charges against members of Congress.
Okay, and finally, let's end with this. We've seen this issue kind of present itself, I think, most recently in Fulton County. How will jury members be protected, even in the case that limited biographical information is distributed to both parties in the case? Like, why not make an exception in cases involving right-wing political violence where the defendants are known to hunt down witnesses and jurors?
You know, it's such an important question because no juror should be called upon to do their civic duty and run the risk of being harassed, threatened, assaulted, or worse. Let me tell you, when I tried RICO cases many years ago against the biggest, most violent RICO conspiracy criminal enterprise in Washington, D.C., we took some extraordinary security measures. Let me tell you what some of them were. Our jurors were anonymous. We didn't know their names. We didn't know their identities. We knew enough about them that we could decide during jury selection whether we thought they could sit fairly and impartially as a juror and decide the case or not. But we didn't know who they were. We sure didn't know where they lived or where they worked. In fact, the U.S. Marshals bust them to and from court every day from an undisclosed location. Some of the other, and mind you, Brian, the criminal enterprise, the organization that we were trying, still got to some of the jurors, and those jurors had to be dismissed during the course of the trial, and we had to replace them with alternate jurors. We were also, believe it or not, back in the day, we were behind bulletproof glass that separated the audience, the public, from the well of the court, where the defense attorneys, the defendants, the jurors, the prosecutors, and the court staff was. And then the other thing, the judge had ordered that the defendants were to wear 100,000-volt stun belts under their suits in the event they acted up, because this was an organization that was known for killing rivals, killing witnesses, attacking law enforcement, and killing their own crew members if they tried to leave the criminal organization. That equaled death. So we take these things deadly seriously, particularly protecting jurors. So I hope the judge will consider making the jurors anonymous, not letting anybody know where they live or where they work, and keeping the cameras off of them at all times, because we now know that there will be cameras in the courtroom, at least down in Georgia. We haven't crossed that bridge yet with respect to federal prosecutions, but the system needs to go above and beyond to make sure these people who are called to do their civic duty are not put in harm's way.
All right, well, we'll leave it there. To anybody who submitted questions, thank you so much. Obviously, these make for some of the best episodes. I think Glenn would agree. I'll also put a community